So, thank you. Thank you for attending this event, and thank you for inviting me today. Thank you. Terima kasih. Arigato. Okay, so I am a venture capitalist from Japan. I've involved in venture capital business since 1994 for these 17 years. So I want to talk about this year, 1994, a little bit now. So in 1994, one company was born in US. The company named Netscape. Maybe you heard of that. Mark Andreessen founded Netscape company in 1994. He invented the world's first web browser named Mosaic. So it means there is no internet for normal people. It's the same thing because there is no browser before 1994. That was the year 1994. Exact meaning is 1994, internet was born for normal people. And how about the mobile phone? In 1994, in Japan, penetration number of the mobile phone is only 3%. Only 3%. And in Japan is a very well-known country as a very developed country in the mobile phone. They love the mobile phone. So it means in all around the world, there is no mobile phone, almost mobile at that time. And even the people that are using the mobile phone, it's only for talking. No SMS, no chat, no data transaction at all. Of course, there is no Twitter, Facebook that will love you guys so much. So that was 1994. Almost no internet, no mobile phone. That was 1994. Now, 2011. I'm not talking about the 20 years ago history. I'm not talking about the 50 years ago history. It's just 10 plus, right? 17 years since 1994. So I believe that to say the least, when the mankind look back this decade in the future, they must say this is the period of the tremendous revolution in human history. I believe so. But, however, this revolution is going to be last one more decade, or what do you think? One more century. What do you think? Century, like Renaissance or the Industrial Revolution. I believe this revolution is not going to stop so fast. Maybe I believe that this revolution will keep going farther, going faster, going deeper. I believe so. So we better prepare for that revolution. We better prepare for this revolution, keep going faster. Because this revolution changed the world. Indeed, this revolution is changing the world, as you may know. This revolution is very important because this revolution is equalizing the world, poor or rich, Democrat, communist, East, West. This revolution, this IT revolution is changing the world, flatten the world, equalize the world. That's the world we are living right now before, after 1994. So, important thing is like that. So, young enthusiastic people, maybe like you guys, loves this revolution. They are very excited and they fully utilize this revolution of the progress of the technology. But on the other hand, most of the people like us, they have a difficulty to catch up with these very tremendous high speed of the progress of the technology and tremendous number of the information we are disposed every day after day after day. It's too much to digest. So after that, they are beginning to give up to catch up. And they feel resignation to catch up. And the resignation caused the stagnation. Stagnation, resignation, frustration, anxiety, that kind of atmosphere is surrounded by the all-around world right now. So, considering about the, I want to show this picture. You recognize this? The man is the leader of the Luddites. Luddite is kind of the textile artisans during the Industrial Revolution. They protested the technology and they destroyed the machines or surrounded by them because they believe the technology ruined their job, ruined their life. That's why they burn all the machines. That was in the Industrial Revolution century. How about this picture? This looks a little bit old, but it's only 1980s. It's called Detroit Issues. These American people is breaking Japanese car by hitting a hammer. This sign says, if you want to sell to America, build in America. So, what do you think? Did the Luddite succeed to preventing them from the technology? Or have we ever succeeded in preventing us from the new technology or any kind of progress of the human being? So considering about theme, once again I want to show you this guy, Mark Andreessen. He was only 21st when he founded the Netscape and then changed the world. How about these guys? Jerry Yang, David Filo. They both were 20th. They founded at the Yahoo, the world's first and biggest portal site, as you know. How about these guys? Larry Page and Sergey Brin, they were only 25 when they founded one of the biggest company, Google, in Stanford. How about this good-looking guy, John Dorsey? He was also 20th when he founded Twitter in 2006. Actually, Twitter is not the first project for him, so it means he started very young. And how about Andrew Mason Groupon? He also 20s when he started Groupon. Zuck. Maybe you know this guy, and maybe you know this guy as well. One of the very famous business hero in our decades. He started Facebook when he was only 20 in his campus. Yes, this is the truth. So, but maybe some of the folks in this room think like this. Oh, it's only fairy tale in the internet industry, because the internet industry is a very young industry and very rapid. So this is internet is for the young people. So how about these guys? These guys started their business 20 years before internet happened in the world. Two Steves. They founded Apple in 1976. It means almost 20 years before the internet happened in the world. Steve was 21st, and Wozniak was 26 when they founded Apple. So, who could predict this Apple is going to be the world's biggest company in the world? Actually, the Apple was last month the world's biggest company, world's biggest market capitalized company in the world. I'm not talking about only IT, but all the industry, oil company, financial company. Among the whole industry, Apple was the biggest company right after his death. Okay. So who could predict this kind of these tech nerd kind of looking guys create #1 company in the world? Who could predict it at that time? How about these guys? Bill and Paul founded Microsoft, right 1 year before Apple was born, in 1975. Before, 20 years before the internet happened in the world. And who could predict this young guy will be the world's richest guy? He was the world's richest guy, as you know. More than financial guy like Warren Buffett or more than oil guy in Saudi Arabia. He was the biggest guy. He was the richest guy in the world. This guy, see, very baby face, thick glass like a Coke bottle. This nerd-looking guy is the richest man in the world. Who could predict that? Okay, this is a top 5 industry company, IT industry company by market cap. Market cap means the price of the company. Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and eBay. The average of the founder age is only 25. Imagine that. Only this guy is 31, but other guys 21, 20. Very young. Okay, but it's not only the story in US. How about in Japan? Japan is saying #1 company is founded by only 23-year-old guy. So average of the top biggest IT company in Japan is created by the 29 years old average. So these giants founded by 20th entrepreneur ever. This is the fact. This is the data. Okay, but still you may think it's only IT. Okay, not only internet. Okay, I understand, but it's still IT. So, how about this guy? Maybe some of you guys can recognize his face, portrait. Very proudful, dignity guy. He is maybe the most oldest and the famous entrepreneur ever, Andrew Carnegie. Andrew Carnegie built this bridge in his first startup, the company called Keystone Bridge Company. And how old do you think he was at that time? He created this bridge. Only 30 years old. More than 100 years ago, 30-year-old guy created this bridge. It's not the government business. It's not the family business taken by his papa. He created a startup by his hands from the zero. He was maybe one of the very fastest entrepreneur ever. How about this picture? This is an oil plant. Oil plant of the company called Standard Oil. Standard Oil is one of the oldest multinational company ever. Founded by this guy, Rockefeller. Rockefeller founded the oil company, Standard Oil Company, when he was only 31 years old. Again, this is not the government business. This is not the family business. He started himself as a startup. How about this guy? Maybe you know this guy. Yes, Thomas Edison. He's the inventor of the many things, including the electric light. But he's also, he's also an entrepreneur. Yes, entrepreneur. And do you know he once was the CEO at GE, General Electric, one of the biggest conglomerates in America. He was CEO at that company. Anyway, he was very enthusiastic entrepreneur as well as inventor. And how old do you think when he invented the electric light? 33 years old, still young. Last guy is this, Bell, Alexander Graham Bell, very well-known inventor as well as entrepreneur. his invention of the telephone led to form the world's biggest telephone company, AT&T. So it means actually he was one of the founder of the AT&T company. So it means he's not only the inventor, but he's also an enthusiastic entrepreneur. And how old is he when he invented the telephone? Only 29 years old, very young. So what I wanted to say is these legendary guys looks like very old gentlemen with dignity, proudful, noble. But even those guys was just a young guy when he started his job. Okay, so what I want to say is in every time, in every industry, young talents has always been led us to the next future. Only young guys. Maybe not only young guys, but mostly young guys. And the most important thing is at the very beginning, they were just a young guy. They are not famous. As I told you, maybe nobody can predict Apple is going to be the #1 company in the world. Which Bill is not the richest man in the world, I think. So, this is the truth. So, all the big things can known or seen only through the backward, you understand? Not through the front glass. That is very important. But sometimes we criticize a lot when someone do the very new thing, very big challenge. Sometimes we criticize, oh, it's strange or weird, or oh, it's too fast, or oh, you cannot make it, or too much risk, don't waste money, don't waste time, stuff like that. So, but as I say, nobody can predict this is going to be change the world. Only through the back mirror, you understand that, you notice that. So, what I want to share the knowledge with you is let's encourage young people to challenge something new instead of criticize. Let's celebrate young people to challenge brand new, even if they fail sometimes, because they always have been led us to the next future, tomorrow. Because that is the only way to prevent us from the stagnation or the frustration, anxiety, stagnation. And that is the exact reason that keep me driving, involved in the venture capital business since 1994. Thank you very much.